season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Look out there, MP.
Coming up next, the Lakers taking on the Suns. For the Los Angeles Lakers, 2 losses through the first 3 games of the season. They want to even the score tonight. Suns, Lakers. And back in a moment for the tip-off. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And the Suns underachieving after going all in on Bradley Beal. Shams, is there a bit of panic, do you think, in the desert after... Just checked in for Phoenix. Lakers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. So the Lakers 5 right now. The guard spots filled by Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3. Here's the doctor, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Los Angeles ball. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against Dallas.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Here's the doctor. Takes it off the glass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Their plan defensively is to try to make LeBron into a jump shooter. The coach said many teams plan that, but it rarely works out. You have to fully commit to it. Of course, that means LeBron will be getting all of their attention. Guys?
Thank you, David. Reeves outside. Three-pointer. And James gets it to go on the assist by Hachimura.
You see, there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that three-point shot is on point.
Shots good by the doctor. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Here's Hachimura. To the inside. And it's Davis missing. Suns leading by 9. Here's the doctor. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. And that one is good. Doctor's got 12 points in the game.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Outside, Russell. Will it go? Driving the lane, and it's good on the layup. He has 7.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Here's the doctor, and the layup's good off the glass.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 11-point game.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's the doctor. He's guarded by Russell. The doctor can't get it to go. Los Angeles is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Hachimura down low. Allen defending. Suns leading by 11. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or 2, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love free-flowing game.
I agree.
D'Angelo Russell rises up and drops the hammer.
Here's the Suns with the ball. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Hachimura kicks to Russell. Count it. Russell's got 11 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
A quick crossover, what a move. And that's now 20 points for the doctor.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
From deep, James. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's the doctor. And yes, it's good. Doctor's got 22.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Some changes for Phoenix. O'Neal's checked in for Allen. And Jones subbed in for Bradley Beal. Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Reeves. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. And it's Hachimura in the corner. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. LeBron, no good.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
The doctor can't get it to go.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Bradley Beal's checked in for the Suns. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for LeBron. Cadet comes in for Rui Hachimura. Christie is checked in for Austin Reeves. And Vincent subbed in for Russell.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Vincent with it. O'Neal's there. Here's Davis. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And when healthy, Davis remains an absolute force in this league on both sides of the ball.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And the Lakers making a change here. Reddish is checked in.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's the doctor, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Reddish. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game.
Man, let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
The first free throw is good. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Suns. Bol comes in for Kevin Durant. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hood Schifino's checked in. So he gets them both. Phoenix leading by 17. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. Davis finds Vanderbilt. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. There's a minute left in the first. Here's the doctor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doctor's got 35.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now, Vincent. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lakers trail by 19. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Christie against O'Neal. Davis with a screen on O'Neal. Shot clock at 3. Christie the pass to James. Off target from three-point range. Here's the doctor. It'll count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. On the block, it's Vanderbilt and Davis. Christie is out there with Gabe Vincent, and it's Lewis in at the small forward. Vincent's shot is good. Late June, NBA free agency is such a busy time for you, Shams. During the start of that hectic period, walk us through your day. What's your life like? I've asked you this before in previous times you've been out here with us, but do you get any sleep?
I'm up 24/7 because the great part about free agency, Kevin, is you never know when you might get that call, you might get that text, when a player has committed, when a player has decided to go to a specific NBA team. That is what I live for. That's what I know the fans live for, and I'm one of those fans, so I want to make sure I know as well, and I'm able to inform in an appropriate, timely, responsible, fair way, and accurately. So for me, there's not much wiggle room when it comes to sleep. I try to make up for it later. But NBA free agency, trade deadline, draft, those are time periods when I know I have to be on. I might be getting a call now, Kevin, actually.
Well, wait, I was just going to ask you. We're doing this game. I'm looking at your phone. It's lighting up. You're looking down. You're looking at the game. You're talking to me. You're doing two things at once.
I have to be multitasking at all times, Kevin. You know that.
Oh, it's the best. Vanderbilt gets a wide-open look. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's the doctor. 43 points in the game. Plumlee, solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Here's Davis, and the Lakers with another miss.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Here's the doctor, left side Beal, pass to Bull. Suns moving the ball around. Here's the doctor. Here's Plumlee, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Plumlee's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Christie. Back to Vincent. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Phoenix.
You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information, to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
And the Lakers with another miss. Phoenix has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Pass to Plumlee. Outside, O'Neal. To the wing right side. Here's the doctor. He's guarded by Davis. Another 3 for Phoenix.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Christie. He's covered by Beal. Christie can't make it. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Beal, the pass to the doctor. Pass to Bull. The Suns need to get a shot off.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Vanderbilt with the screen. Christie can't make it.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And good. There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Christie kicks to Davis. Christie the pass to Vincent. Outside, Davis. Lewis on the wing. Pass to Vincent. Can they get it? And Bull pulls it down.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
LA's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Christie the pass to Vincent. Davis looking for an opening. Just 5 on the clock. Plumlee with some nice D. Phoenix is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Here's the doctor. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Plumlee dishes to Beal. And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from the doctor. 54 points for the doctor. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Vincent with it. He's got 7, and the Lakers with another miss. Here's the doctor, and another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Vincent, the pass to Davis. Now Vincent. Back to Davis, who is outside. For the 3. Vincent misses.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Christie. Still yet to score. Pass to Lewis. And here is Vanderbilt. Over in the corner, Vincent. 18 feet out. That one good for 2. Vincent's got 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The doctor can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And they get it back.
What's up?
Here's Vincent. 9 points in the game so far. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's the doctor, defended by Vincent. Ripped away. And Lewis has it in the corner. Pass to Christie. Vincent with it. The 3 bangs home the trifecta. Vincent's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Lakers.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
O'Neal passes to the doctor. It's blocked. Vincent with it. 14 points for him. And it's Davis missing.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Here's the doctor. And yep, another basket.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right, 3 times. He's now tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign.
Yes, sir.
Davis sends a screen. Vincent misses.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's the doctor, and it's blocked.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And the Lakers with another miss.
This has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Nurkic checked in for Plumlee. Kevin Durant comes in for Bull. Grayson Allen's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Booker in for Beal. And that one's good. James.
Oh, the rhythm and timing for LeBron James. No hesitation off the catch. You'd love to see it.
Here's the doctor. Non-stop scoring machine here. Allen outside. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Good on the bucket. And that's now 9 points for LeBron.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Bradley Beal is checked in for the doctor.
Your Suns, number 3.
After one half, it hasn't even been close. The Suns on top as they wrap up the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league. When you guys had to sit out with an injury, how did it affect your attitude?
It was terrible. It's hard to stay positive when you can't do anything to help your teammates.
I don't know. I bet your teammates like having a little shot break.
Not if they want it wins.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Suns.
I've got to admit, even when these guys are covered, they make the shots.
Yeah, you like to say close out on the shooters, make them earn their points aside. But even if that were tried, I don't think it would play out that way.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, the doctor has been exceptional here today, guys.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first.
With a whole new group on the floor. The Lakers also changing it up. Vanderbilt comes in for LeBron. And Vincent subbed in for Austin Reeves. Here's Russell. He's got 20. Zadores, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
We've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with the doctor, and it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Ball, he's checked in for Phoenix. Lee comes in for Josh Okogie.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's the doctor, defended by Vincent. Pass to the doctor. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Bull. Sinks the triple. Bull's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bull's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Vincent, the pass to Vanderbilt. To the wing on the left. Russell with a wide open look. And Lee pulls it down. Phoenix has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Jones has it in the corner. Pass to Bull. Here's the doctor. Puts up a deep 3. Hachimura grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And over the course of his career, Davis has become a much better shooter.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Here's the doctor, defended by Vincent. Outside, Jones. Bull setting the pick for Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower. No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Russell against Jones. Russell passes to Vincent, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Here's the doctor, and that comes off the assist by Jones.